Let's continue from what we started last time, where we've already introduced this concept before your book of momentum, right? Where we define momentum as mass times velocity. So a force is going to be defined as a change in momentum with respect to time. Now, in some scenarios, for example, in rockets, in some other cases, you can have a situation where the mass is changing. But we're not really going to deal with anything like that in this class. So in this class, the mass is always going to be the same of all the objects we work with. And so what that means is since the mass is the same, then it's only the velocity that's changing in time. But notice the change in velocity of the change in time is just the acceleration. So in other words, Newton's second law is really telling us that force equals mass times acceleration. Your book defines it slightly differently. They take it a step further, and they say that Newton's second law tells us that the acceleration is equal to the sum of all the forces divided by the mass of the object. In other words, the acceleration of an object is force 1 plus force 2 plus force 3 for all the objects divided by the mass. So to see how this works, let's imagine that we have a large object, maybe like a big refrigerator, and we have it tied to two cars, maybe monster trucks. So they've got big tires. They're pulling in opposite directions. Okay? So if this is the case, then what we would see is let's say the one on the right is pulling with a larger force than the one on the left. Okay, so that means the sum of the forces is just going to be the magnitude of F1 minus the magnitude of F2, because you see that we're facing in opposite directions, right? We'll call this the positive x direction, right? So here's the picture that we have set up. And so the sum of the forces is just the difference between those two in the x direction, right? So that means that the acceleration is going to be just that sum of the forces over m, right? Graphically, we can see that we'd have F1, F2, so F would just be this smaller vector. And that's what Newton's law tells us. It just tells us how to calculate the acceleration of an object, right? So in the first law, we saw that as long as there's no forces acting on an object, then their velocity is going to remain constant. Now his second law tells us how to change that velocity, and it does it, mathematically by saying that we apply a force, and a force is strictly defined as a change in momentum over a change in time, or mass times acceleration.